Hello everyone, Christopher Nolan's long-awaited epic The Odyssey has finally hit theaters, and right out of the gate, the film is making serious waves at the worldwide box office. But here is the question everyone is asking: has the Odyssey delivered an opening day big enough to beat the day one records of the biggest opening films in Christopher Nolan's career? We are talking about Oppenheimer, The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises. Three iconic blockbusters that stormed the box office with massive opening day numbers. Can the Odyssey surpass these legendary films and claim the biggest day one opening in Christopher Nolan's history? Or will those records remain untouched? In today's video, we are breaking down the worldwide day one box office collection of Oppenheimer versus The Dark Knight versus The Dark Knight Rises versus The Odyssey to find out which Christopher Nolan movie truly delivered the biggest opening day performance worldwide.
Let's begin with the total number of domestic theaters. Oppenheimer opened in 3,610 theaters across the domestic market on its first day. The Dark Knight debuted in 4,366 domestic theaters. Meanwhile, The Dark Knight Rises was released in 4,404 theaters on opening day. And today, The Odyssey is opening in approximately 3,919 domestic theaters. Now, let's take a look at the Thursday night preview collections. Oppenheimer earned $10.5 million from its Thursday night previews. The Dark Knight collected an impressive $18.5 million. Meanwhile, The Dark Knight Rises delivered a massive $30.6 million from Thursday night previews. And The Odyssey has already collected an estimated $15 million from its Thursday night preview shows. Now, let's look at the opening day domestic collections. Oppenheimer earned $33 million on its opening day. The Dark Knight delivered a huge $67.2 million domestically. Meanwhile, The Dark Knight Rises opened with an outstanding $75.7 million. And today, The Odyssey is projected to earn approximately $35 million at the domestic box office. Now, let's check the international numbers. Oppenheimer collected $48.5 million from international markets on its opening day. The Dark Knight earned $14.8 million internationally. Meanwhile, The Dark Knight Rises added $26.3 million from international markets. And today, The Odyssey is projected to collect approximately $45 million overseas. Now, for the worldwide opening day totals. Oppenheimer opened with an impressive $81.5 million worldwide. The Dark Knight debuted with $82 million globally. Meanwhile, The Dark Knight Rises crossed the $102 million mark on its opening day worldwide. And today, The Odyssey is projected to open with approximately $80 million worldwide. Now, let's compare the production budgets. Oppenheimer was made on a budget of $100 million. The Dark Knight had a production budget of $185 million. Meanwhile, The Dark Knight Rises was produced with a budget of $250 million. And The Odyssey carries a production budget of $250 million. In addition, approximately $125 million has reportedly been spent on marketing, bringing the film's estimated total cost to $375 million. Finally, let's look at the Rotten Tomatoes scores. Oppenheimer holds an outstanding 93% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes. The Dark Knight has earned an exceptional 94% critic score. Meanwhile, The Dark Knight Rises holds a strong 87% critic score. And The Odyssey currently boasts an outstanding 96% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes.
And with that, based on the currently early estimates, The Odyssey has not managed to surpass the opening day record set by Oppenheimer, The Dark Knight, or The Dark Knight Rises. However, that does not tell the whole story, because when it comes to Christopher Nolan films, opening day numbers are only one chapter of the box office journey. What's more important now is how audience respond to the film over the next few days. If The Odyssey continues to generate strong audience reaction and positive word of mouth, we could see the movie gain serious momentum throughout the weekend and beyond. Opening day alone, but by their incredible staying power and repeat viewership, and The Odyssey could very well follow that some path. The evening and late night screenings will be especially important, and if those shows continue to perform strongly, the film could end up posting even bigger numbers than many early projections are currently suggesting. So while the day one crown may still belong to Nolan's previous blockbusters, it would be far too early to count the Odyssey out of the race. The real test begins now. Can the film build momentum over the coming days? Can it turn strong audience interest into a record-breaking theatrical run? And more importantly, can it become another all-time Christopher Nolan box office phenomenon? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, the global box office will be watching very closely. Let us know in the comments, do you think the Odyssey has what it takes to become one of the biggest box office successes of Christopher Nolan's career? If you enjoyed this comparison, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel and turn on notification for more worldwide box office updates and comparisons. Thanks for watching and we will see you in the next video.